Good morning! Today we have a rooftop unit for a breakfast restaurant that is not operational. So we're on our way right now to go and fix this problem. Luckily today, we've only got a high of 81 degrees. Either way though, it's humid. And people when they're eating don't like humid. So we're gonna go take a gander at what we can find. Alright, so here's the unit. We got ourselves a Carrier Weather Maker series. So far I found a popped fuse, but that was only for one of these little outlets right here. So I went ahead and turned the disconnect off and put it back on, and it's running right now. So I'm gonna see if I can try to recreate the problem. Looks like at some point the condenser fan motor was changed out before, updated and everything. That's always nice. Love when previous guys do that sort of thing. If I can recreate this problem, I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can find, but I'm gonna let it run for a little bit. Contactors, it's measuring voltage on the line side, but the contactors were pretty pitted and were arcing pretty bad when it first energized up. There's refrigerant in the system. Yeah, we're gonna see what else we can find here. All right, so basically what we ended up having happen is I've had the unit now running for about 20 minutes or so, taking delta T measurements and all that jazz. I'm gonna check amp draws on the blower motor. The blower motor's belt driven. It's not a VFD like one of the other weather makers I see. The breaker was tripped for the blower motor. So just went ahead and reset it, but I'm gonna wait here a little bit, see if it goes off again, but hoping it was just a thing where it was a hot day and it was running way too long, heated up the cables and tripped it. But I want to verify that, make sure, because resetting a breaker is just part of the job. You gotta know why it reset. But we got 56 degree supply right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take a temp of the return, and then I'm gonna go downstairs and make sure everything else is good down there and that it's actually cooling. But yeah, this one was not a bad one as some of those can be. This is one of the cleanest rooftops that I've seen in a while. But here's what I want to actually talk to you about. So this guy right here is a condensate drain that basically as all the moisture is being removed from the air, so the return air will be pulled up into the unit, pass over an evaporator coil. That humidity will get trapped on the coil, drip down into a pan, and will then go out this line. See this little U here that's conveniently placed here for this gas line? Why that's important is because if there was nothing here, what would happen is it would actually flood in here because it's sucking air inwards. It has a pressure differential between inside the unit and outside the unit will suck air in and basically won't let any of the water drip out. And it will basically flood over inside the pan and get into ductwork, drip out onto kitchen equipment, onto customers, you name it. So this guy's important to create a air barrier so that water can flow and come out in a pretty consistent stream. And if we go over here on this guy, we will see the exact same thing. And that's what this guy has, that guy has, that guy has. That's some makeup air, got some exhaust fans, got some other coolers back there. No rack refrigeration up here though, but yeah. So here's a setup of what we're looking at here. So the breaker is inside there that was tripped and everything, and it is overloading on some amps. Belt seems fine. I gotta investigate that more. Another thing is, if you see this contactor all burned up and stuff, these contactors still pull in and everything, but they are extremely pitted and we're arcing like crazy and we're intermittently kind of coming on and off. So I got two there. We're gonna swap these guys out. All right, so here's the blower motor and all that. There's the breaker right there. Turned off, got it on. I'm gonna show you guys what's going on. So yeah, we got a bad blower motor. Probably a busted winding inside. Yeah, gonna have to change this out on probably change this out on Monday. But yeah, this is what we got so far. All right, so here's both the contactors that I pulled out. I wanted to give you a closer look. See a whole bunch of burn marks there from all that pitting. That guy's pretty bad right there as well. This data is a 30 amp 24 volt coil. This guy broke as I was taking it apart, but you can see all that pitting there. That guy's pretty bad as well. So I went ahead and changed out both of them. These were still working before I changed them out, but I mean, if it's a thing where it's like you're not too busy and you'll want another service call, sure, you can leave them. I don't agree with that sort of thing. I think if you're there and it's bad, or it's really starting to go bad, go ahead and change it. After I swapped out both to the new guys, which sure enough, after I swapped out the new guys, I had the unit running for about 10 minutes or so. But blower motor went ahead and went out as well. Started just making that loud, frightening, buzzing sound. No spinning, none of that. So Saturday call, Monday gonna have to get that motor and get everything swapped out. But that's what we got for today. Luckily they got some other units. We'll probably just tell them to run everything else. But that's what we got.